In the Star Wars galaxy, there has been tens of thousands of Jedi that have existed, and while some may have become very powerful, none of them even come close to how powerful Luke Skywalker was in Legends, which, let's be honest, we all view as canon. No one likes Disney's so-called canon. So in today's video, I'll be listing the top 10 Force abilities that Luke possessed. At our number 10th spot, we have Force Heal. While on a mission, Luke would be ambushed and defeated by a group of enemies, leaving him fatally wounded, but he would use Force Heal to save himself, and within a few hours, would already be back on his feet. At number 9, we have Force Light. We get to see him use this Force ability in Legends, when Luke, again, is ambushed by a group of enemies, when he uses an extremely rare Force ability known as Force Light. This ability grants Luke a golden glow and frees him from his enemies. Force Light also heightens his Force abilities and degrades the power of the dark side, and possibly, if powerful enough, could remove the dark side from an individual, but only if the wielder was powerful enough. Next up at number 8, we have Becoming Unmovable. And I'm not just talking like he couldn't be pushed over, I mean he's literally unmovable. We get to see him use this ability in Legends when Luke was confronted by a group of dark side users who tried to overpower him by using the Force. But instead of using Force Light, he decided to use a different Force ability to become unmovable. This made it so none of the Darksiders' Force abilities had any effect on Luke. He would do this by deeply rooting himself in the Force. Another instance in Legends is where he would become so unmovable that not even a black hole could move him. At number 7, we have Electric Judgment. You probably most likely have heard this one before from Plo Koon. Electric Judgment, or Force Judgment, was a variation of Force Lightning that Lightsiders used that were not Sith. And in Legends, Luke used a variation of this to save his niece and nephew from a group known as the Slayers. But unlike Plo Koon's Force Judgment, which was yellow, Luke's version was green. And as the bolts of electricity made contact with one of the Slayer would instantly die. At number 6, we have him using the Force to travel into the realm of the Force. The Force realm, known as Beyond Shadows, is a place where incredibly powerful Force users could travel to, but only if they were able to completely leave behind their physical form, which is why Luke was only able to travel to this realm once. He would go there on a quest to gain more knowledge. Little did he know that this one little quest would lead him on a journey which ends up causing him to kill one of the most powerful beings in Star Wars Legends. At number 5, we have Luke taking control over a black hole. As I've mentioned before, Luke was so powerful in the Force that he could not be moved at all, not even by a black hole. But that ability actually allowed the opposite to happen. He would move the black hole. Luke would use this ability when he needed to move a black hole that was trying to suck in and destroy his ship. As if that wasn't cool enough, he would also move it in front of the person who was following him, thus destroying that person instantly. At number 4, we have Dark Shear. This was a Force ability used only once by Luke. This ability allowed Luke to pull from the dark side energy around him and create weapons that only he and other Force wielders could use. This ability was extremely dangerous because it was extremely devastating against a lightsaber user. Even with a lightsaber, it could not be blocked. Luke would use this ability to fight and kill one of the most powerful dark side Jedi in the galactic history. But this ability also did do a number of damage to Luke due to him using the dark side. Next up on the list is number 3. We have him being one with the Force and light. Many believe that in order to become a Force Ghost, one must have to die, due to that being how Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Yoda became Force Ghost. But as we've seen in Legends, those rules just don't apply to Luke. He would display this ability in a fight against an army attacking him. In this battle, he would show his immense connection to the light side of the Force by completely becoming one with the Force, and while still being alive, and then returning to his physical form. Everyone who witnessed him using this ability was in complete utter awe. His movements were swift and agile, and seemed instinctive. This is the fighting style that all Jedi sought to achieve in their lifetime, and here Luke pulled it off seamlessly. At number 2, we have Luke walking on lava. Once in Legends, Luke would demonstrate his connection to the Force by walking on lava, an ability that his father certainly could have used on Mustafar. And alongside walking on lava, he would also be fighting a giant lava worm, and as he was walking, it seemed as if he was pulsing with the Force. And for a number 1 spot on the list, we have Luke's Force Push. While this may seem like a very common ability due to every Jedi and Sith using it from time to time, none of their Force pushes come even close to the power of Luke's Force Push. While in the war with the Yuuzhan Vong, Luke would use his Force Push, but instead of just moving a couple of warriors, he would destroy their entire army with a single push. It is so cool and yet so sad to see all the abilities that Luke used in Legends. I really wish Disney would not make them Legends, just make them canon. Everyone wants it. But with that, we come to the end of this list. What are your favorite abilities that Luke possessed? Make sure to like and subscribe, and with that, my fellow Star Wars nerds, may the Force be with you.